Well, we learned today that the attorney for Gosnell waived the right to the detention hearing, so he will stay behind bars at Alcannon Detention Center until a preliminary hearing. New information we learned today found that investigators discovered hundreds of photos, videos, and conversations involving children and infants less than a year old. The Department of Homeland Security searched Gosnell's Charleston home on September 16th. Then on September 17th, they searched his Charleston County court chambers where they seized bank records. Those bank records, they say, confirmed transactions for child sexual abuse materials and a vendor that tipped them off in late 2024. Some of the conversations detailed explicit pictures, videos, and interactions with neighborhood children. Federal agents seized 14 USB devices, iPhones, discs, VHS tapes, and other numerous electronic devices, all containing child sexual abuse materials. Federal agents also found evidence that Gosnell was leading Zoom posts to, quote, teach other pedophiles the tricks of the trade. Federal agents say that they're still combing through much evidence, and now they're calling on the community to come forward to identify those victims. Webright has more.
And certainly, these are some very, very troubling allegations involving numerous children. According to the latest court filing that Emily discussed earlier, it reads that, quote, the weight of the evidence against Gosnell is immense, overwhelming, and conclusive. In their motion for detention, federal agents said in part, quote, as a judge, he was intimately involved in the administration of justice, including individuals charged with child sex crimes. He knew the legal consequences if he was caught. He knew the reputational and community harm that would result. He knew the harm that comes to the children victimized in the CSAM industry, and yet he still persisted. And that's why authorities are asking for help to locate and identify any and all possible victims, some of them possibly in the Charleston area. And Homeland Security needs the public input to assist in that. They ask if you have a child or know of a child that was ever alone with or held by James Benjamin Gosnell, that you please come forward with any information. ABC News 4 legal analyst Charlie Condon says the various ages of the alleged victims can make it difficult to get evidence directly from the child, so the investigators may have to lean on the vast amount of electronic evidence like those USB drives and video cassettes to identify victims in some cases.
They have these forensic examiners, examiners that can interview a child, and these forensic interviews are quite skilled in using techniques that could bring out information that a child has been abused. Now, when the child is not verbal, it's really impossible. You have to rely upon physical evidence and admission of the defendant. Again, it may be the case here that given the vast amount of electronic information that could be available, that they could prove other cases through admissions made by the defendant or in conversations with another pedophile. That seems to be the case here. But short of that, it's very difficult.
Now, they have set up a tip line for that purpose on Twitter. It's there on your screen. You can notify investigators on Twitter at HSI_HQ or at HSI_Charlotte. You can also send tips via email at charleston_exploitationtips@hsi.dhs.gov. Now, we reached out to the D. Norton Child Advocacy Center. They were not able to give us an on-camera interview today, but they shared the following advice for parents concerned that their child may be a victim. They say to remain calm, allow the child to talk, show interest and concern, reassure and support the child's feelings, and most importantly, take action and make sure the proper authorities are contacted. They also caution not to panic or overreact. Press the child to talk. Don't promise anything you can't control. Blame or minimize the child's feelings or overwhelm the child with questions. Again, if you have any information, you can contact investigators at those places that we showed you earlier. For now, working for you, Webright, News 4.